But when you have everything, and I do have, thank you God, everything, sometimes you can get lethargic. Sometimes you can get too relaxed. And comfort is your biggest enemy. I was quite successful. I lost everything. The pressure of the sudden change in England gave me a heart attack. I burned all my boats. I ended up coming here with $700 and something in my pocket.
Wow, oh my God.
And age 44, so I knocked on doors. I worked 7 days a week, 16, 17 hour days. Money's everywhere. It's just your attitude towards it. It's how to compound growth your savings so money works for you and you don't work for your money.
Yeah.
You know, all those things that the rich practice and the masses don't know. For the first time in the human race, we have abundance. 200 years ago, before factories came, we had to work the farms. And if the weather was bad, we won't eat. But for the first time, we can sit and order food to arrive.
Definitely.
We got abundance. We don't know how to cope with it.
Yeah.
So we become lazy. And you know what? Most of your friends don't want to see you succeed. They don't.
Yeah.
Why? Because it highlights their own fears. It highlights the fact that they don't have the guts to take risks. I look at human beings and I think, you're like walking zombies, right?
Yeah.
You think you're
Right.
not going to die, but that day is going to come. Just make it fucking amazing. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Just make it amazing. Just make it fucking amazing.
Hello, bonjour à tous. I hope you're well. So we're back on this new episode of Reborn Podcast. And today I'm very excited to have an incredible man on my side who is Mr. Dariush. So how are you?
Amazing. Thank you for
Yes.
inviting me. Really appreciate it.
I'm
Thank
so excited to have you here, really. For me, I manifested this.
you. Thank you. Honored to be here. Really.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
How are you today? You having a good day?
Every day is what you make it, right?
Yeah.
So I've decided to have an amazing day, but I'm tired. I need
Yeah.
more rest because we just had the Gladiator Summit where
Yeah.
2,500 people showed up, and it was just a blessing. But it took me 3 months of preparation, no sleep.
Wow.
So it's suddenly taking its toll.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can imagine. And how was it, by the way?
Well, I thought I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
But the audience, which all that matters, gave it a 10.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
It just shows I can do better, I can
Yeah.
do bigger, I can do more impactful.
Why?
So, yes, incredible.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I was so excited to have you on my podcast because for me, your story is a real symbol of perseverance, resilience, how to build from scratch. So I think it will inspire a lot of people. And I was so excited about this, really.
Oh, thank you. Do you know, when you decide to take life by its horns, you're going to put your head on that guillotine, French.
Yeah.
You're going to put your head on that guillotine more than other people. So if I decide, and there's nothing wrong, if I decide to be a bank teller,
Yeah.
okay, my life wouldn't be exciting because I'll turn up, same job, same thing every day. I just decided to become an entrepreneur, have a better life for me and my kids and my family. And of course, a bigger roller coaster ride
Yeah,
than
of
most
course.
people. And I share it without being scared of what people think. I have no filters.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying this, I don't care if I have confrontation. And I don't care if that person doesn't like me. It's okay. I like myself.
That's the most important thing.
It really is. And most people die, and the biggest regret they have is that they lived to somebody else's expectations. They didn't live their full potential.
Yeah.
And when my life flashes in front of me before I die, I'm going to go, wow,
Yeah. It's
what
the
a
goal.
life.
Yeah.
What a life.
Yeah. No regrets,
No
as you
regret.
said.
Plenty of regrets. Because I don't get up in the morning trying to hurt anyone or harm anyone, but sometimes your actions indirectly can.
Yeah.
And you find out later on by doing this, maybe somebody, I didn't see that. It was off my blind side.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's your regret. But intentionally, I've never in my life intentionally tried to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel that in your energy, that
Thank
you're
you.
a very good person. I
Thank
can
you.
feel it.
Thank you. The hairstyle, I promised over 1,000 people, I gave them my WhatsApp number. And I promised them that I will reply to them all.
Yeah.
And over the last 3 days since the seminar, I've replied to over 900.
Oh, wow.
You know, and because I made a promise. I
Yeah.
made a promise that I will serve them. And I think that's why the Gladiator movement's going to go worldwide, because my promise to the marketplace is everything.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And for those who don't know you first,
Sure.
I would like you to introduce yourself and what you're doing.
I'm a father of four, 3 boys, 1 girl, 2 from previous marriage, 2 from my current marriage. My oldest is 30, my youngest is 10. So my 2 younger ones have just given me a new lease of life. I was quite successful. I lost everything. The pressure of the sudden change in England gave me a heart attack. Due to the safety of I was worried about the safety of my children. I sent them to Dubai. And then when I had a heart attack, I realized if I'm going to die, everybody dies. But if I was going to die, I wasn't going to die alone.
Yeah.
So I made a decision to come to Dubai. And when I was very honest with people, they screwed me. And I burned all my boats. And I ended up coming here with $700 and something in my pocket.
Wow. Oh my God.
And age 44. So I knocked on doors. I worked 7 days a week, 16, 17-hour days. And I achieved all my goals and more. And now I don't have to work a day of my life. I'm quite wealthy. And I want to teach other people because there was nobody there for me. And I want to be there for other people just like me. Because the most common thing I get, the most common comment I get is your story resonates with mine. Somewhere along the way, somebody goes, that's me. I feel that, yes.
Yeah.
But then when I was feeling it, there was nobody there for me. And I want to be the person who's there for them.
Yeah. So your mission is to inspire others to create abundance and wealth.
Teach, coach, inspire. Most of us are brought to work for our money. Most of us are brought to sell our time. Most of us are brought up to think rich people are bad people. Money's hard to come by. All those are wrong myths.
Yeah.
Money's everywhere. It's just your attitude towards it. It's how to compound growth your savings so money works for you and you don't work for your money.
Yeah.
You know, all those things that the rich practice and the masses don't know. And in the past, it was the case, the system brings people up to be poor and stay poor.
That's true.
I was watching Gladiator 2, the movie, and there was a part where he says, we take a slave into a gladiator, a free man. I thought, that's me. Because we were all born in slavery, most of us.
Yeah.
And then as a gladiator, if we could just go to our battles like our life depended on it, and we win lots of battles, we become free humans, men or women. And the funny thing is, 70% of my followers are women.
Oh, no way.
Can you imagine?
Really?
We got Gladiator.
Oh my God.
And you think it's very masculine.
Yeah.
But you know why? Women are born in a white man's world. Okay? And they are more open to change, more open to working hard, more open to stepping outside their comfort zone. While the men, a lot of them have egos and they're empty, but the ego covers a lot of emptiness, or they're not willing to share their insecurities, right?
Yeah.
And I think I look like a big guy. I'm sometimes called the big guy, right? And then people can't believe how soft I am. You know, they can't believe how I lead my heart, right? And I think that's why women recognize it.
Yeah.
Because I was brought up around women. My father died when I was 3.5.
Wow.
And my grandfather, when I was 7, he was taking care of me.
Okay.
And then since then around women. So my intuition is very strong.
Yeah.
My sense of feeling is very strong. And as I'm getting older, I have less and less filters. I really don't care what people think. And I just say it. And I just say it. I give people tough love. And they might not like it, but they always remember it. And it affects their life somewhere along the way for the best.
Yeah. Wow. I totally align with your vision. I love that. And where are you from, first of all? You didn't share that.
Iranian born.
Okay.
But age 13, we went to England.
Okay.
We went to go on holiday, and then the revolution started, and we just stayed.
Okay. Wow. And did you like England?
No.
No? Why?
Of course, you know, you can't, I'm a British citizen. You can't knock England because it gave me a sense of security, but I would never fit it because I didn't speak English. I was bullied at school. I didn't drink. So in a line of sales, you cast aside because it's sales in England. You go to the pub every day, and I didn't. So I never fitted. And the only time and you know, my name is Dariush Soudi, right? And they called me Mo because it was just easy.
Wow.
You know, so I realized 30 years there, I never really identified my name. I went on personal development courses, By coincidence, my nickname was Lost. Everywhere I went, they called me
Really?
Lost. And I was a lost soul. I went to Iran. The country's gone back 200 years. So it didn't fit. England didn't fit. It's always raining, cloudy. I felt a lot of prejudice. I come to Dubai, sunshine. You know, it's warm. All religions are welcomed. Yeah, so as a Muslim, although I'm not practicing, but as a Muslim person, I felt so welcomed here. You know, and I didn't in England.
Yeah.
So when I landed, I thought, you know what, thank you to the rulers. Thank you, thank you. I live in gratitude every day that we live in Dubai.
Me too. For me, safety and security here, it's a must.
Everything.
You don't have it anywhere else in the world, so I can agree with you.
100%. Country is young, it's work in progress, but the leadership is incredible. I run a relatively small company and I've had problems everywhere. Can you imagine what the rulers have, what problems they have? And but they just keep going for the vision, they just keep going. And eventually everybody comes.
Yeah.
And it's the same like the Gladiators. You know, for 15 years I've been knocking on doors. This now my phone's ringing. Everybody wants to be part of our movement. But it's been 15 years in the making.
Yeah. 15 years of hard work and
Blood, sweat, health issues, sacrifices, many sacrifices.
yeah, I see that. And you said you had a heart attack. What was
I've
that
had
exactly?
I've had two.
Okay.
Yes. One was, I got attacked at home. When I was wealthy, I was on television. A franchisee of ours had borrowed the money to pay my franchise. And then the people he borrowed came to him and said, give our money back. And he said, I don't have it, he's got it. So they broke into my house and my children in the house at knife point.
Oh my God.
That evening, I sent the children to Dubai because I feared for their safety. And then I went to Spain, sabbatical, went back to England, and I had a heart attack. I couldn't cope with what had happened. And in 9 months, I lost everything. I told the buyers of my business the truth, and they screwed me. They said, okay, they paid 10%, so we'll pay the 90, never paid the 90. And they said, sue us, knowing it meant that I'll stay in Dubai, in England for years. And I just thought, you know what, it's not worth it. My life's too short. I'd rather be with my children than hang around, try to get what's worth. I just burned my boats, damaged those bridges, never went back. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. It was tough. And the funny thing is, I actually sometimes miss those days.
You missed it.
Yeah, because, you know, when you have nothing, you feel really powerful that you're taking charge of your life. But when you have everything, and I do have, thank you God, everything, sometimes you can get lethargic. Sometimes you can get too relaxed. And comfort is your biggest enemy. And I feel sometimes there's no growth where I am. So I challenge myself. But before, it was easy to get up in the morning. I had bills to pay. Go.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's a choice. Should I just stay in bed? Should I go to the spa? Should I walk the beach? Or should I make a call?
Yeah.
You know, the conversations, the challenges are different. And so I missed that. Boom. Had to do it. Had to do it. Yeah.
And I think you're very humble because of that as well.
Yeah.
You don't take anything for granted.
Nothing. Nothing. That's why the most common thing people say to me is your energy is amazing.
Yeah.
You say, hey, your energy is amazing. I hear it. And then I had a conversation with God or the universe, and I thought, if this is my gift, how can I use it to help people? One, in business, I help business owners make more money.
Yeah.
So they like my energy, money's energy, and they believe and trust me, and they give me their hard-earned money, and then I improve their business lives and I increase their profitability. In the other hand, I'm going to use this energy that I have to love as many people as possible and make them I must have hugged 1,000 people this weekend. Those queues of people just want hugs. You know, the guy who smokes a cigar, drives a Lamborghini, spins it around on social media, ultimately he wants a hug.
Wow.
He wants a hug.
Yeah.
More followers, more. The girl who has a bikini, goes up and down and flashes this and flashes that, and ultimately she wants a hug. If you actually put all the layers away, it's all about people want love. Yes, and I think my energy is to give out as much love as possible.
Wow.
That unconditional, not like sexual love or take out, just love.
Love. Yeah.
You're a being. We just want love. I want love.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we miss it now in this world. Love and authenticity and
There's so many layers.
yeah.
There's so many layers because if somebody says I want love, they feel vulnerable, and lots of people can take advantage. Okay, so they hide it, they don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do in my summit, and it's just this one was my second one. It's not like I've done 20 years of
Yeah.
it. Is that I create a very safe place for 2,000 people, and they feel they can hug anyone, they can cry, laugh, jump up and down, be vulnerable, and it's safe. Nobody's going to judge you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your first business?
My first business that I can remember of anything was a computer company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the 1990s, where making a computer was a big deal. We only like 11 pieces. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You buy the motherboard, the memory, the hard drive, and you just and it worked. But then at that time, people thought it was a big deal. Computers, it was mainframes, and then computer PCs came, and I did really, really well. But then very quickly, everybody, it's like being a life coach, or it's like being a social media manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, it's like wow, and then suddenly everyone part time is a life coach. Every part time is a social media manager, and it became like that. Suddenly, it was a big deal. A year later, oh, you're another one who makes a computer,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, it was making computers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. And how did you turn into coaching and inspiring people?
I don't even think I am a coach. I just share without caring. I just share what I feel. That's it. And I know it's from a good place.
Yeah.
I don't do coaching, but I've had about a few hundred people who want coaching. So I'm thinking of doing a mentoring. Before it was just money coaching. I teach you how to make money. I teach you're a business owner, you want to increase your revenue. I know sales. Sales and marketing is my strength. So, and I can pretty much go into any business and increase the sales.
Wow.
Any business, any industry. Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of lessons did you learn from those business and what you do in business?
As a business owner, a lot of people are running the business like it's the 1980s and 1990s. The young people of today, they don't expect you to stay loyal to your brand and your company forever. They expect to change jobs 20 times a lifetime.
Yeah, definitely.
Our parents and grandparents, they were proud to be in one company all their lives.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like a curse, yes? Chopping and changing and jumping, it's just okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? It's okay. I want to dabble in being an entrepreneur. Then I'll just jump back. Flexibility is everything. So what I find is that a lot of owners are running a wrong culture, okay? And they don't invest in soft skills. But I'd rather have somebody with me for 2 years who's amazing than not ever having them.
Yeah.
Right? So I think culture is really important. Investing in people, is hiring the right people are really important.
Yeah.
Because I think you should hire a motivated person and don't hire off CVs. CVs are all lies.
Yeah.
And you can't tell. My CV is a lie. I've never seen somebody say I got fired in a CV.
No.
Ever.
Never.
Everybody left by choice, right? So how can you find out if the person in front of you is motivated? So hire motivated individuals. Find a recruitment process where you don't even look at CVs, but you look at the character of the person sitting in front of you. It's a lot easier to teach someone who's motivated than teach someone who's not motivated, who doesn't give a damn, right? Yeah. So I brought a 7-step recruitment process I created. It worked. I was charging 7,000 dirhams an hour, fully booked. And then I was training motivated salespeople through repetition training. Yeah. Because you teach them this and you teach them something. Before you know it, they're driving a car. But you teach small steps to become habitual skills. And that did really well. I think in Dubai, we need to invest more in soft skills. You know, like a waiter knows how to come over and smile, but they don't necessarily know how to take an order. Yeah, because sometimes the order, they come and say, how's your meal? but they don't know how to deal with your response.
Yeah.
If you say, no, the meal wasn't very good, they say, go, thank you so much, and walk off. I'm like,
That's
I just said
true.
the meal wasn't good, right?
Yeah.
So they haven't trained them how to really care.
Yeah.
And that comes within. And then if somebody really cares, they will invest in learning.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah.
I totally agree. Wow. What a journey. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And you say you went in Dubai with $700, you said. How did you do to build from scratch again? And
Well, I lived in
this way.
I say always live in a nice neighborhood, okay? Because when you live in a nice neighborhood, you hang around rich people, right?
Yeah.
So I had a maid's room. I lived on the Palm. And every weekend I played volleyball, beach volleyball with rich people.
Okay.
And they didn't know, I didn't talk about how desperate I was, but they liked me. And I started talking to them about how I could help their businesses. I went to networking events, and I just worked 7 days a week. But I just knew that I'm going through a winter of my life, and life is seasonal. In my heart, I had faith, and I knew that if I continue, my spring will come. You know, and our life is that, you know, we should lose if everything went according to plan, we should lose our parents, right?
Yeah.
So those winters will come. It's how long you make those winters last. It's how long you make summer last. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So I decided, as I'm going through my seasons, I just try to work and learn and reflect and make spring last a little bit longer. And my winters should be a bit shorter. But winters come, winters go.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you appreciate day if you don't have night?
That's
Right.
true. Oh my God, that's so true. Life is made of highs and lows, and
That's the way it is.
yeah,
I always say this soon shall pass. Whatever happens, this soon shall pass.
yeah. I love that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And after that,
You have an amazing energy.
oh, thank you.
What do you do if you don't mind me asking?
Oh my
Apart from
God.
your podcast.
Yeah, I'm a fashion designer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm creating my own brands, and I'm working in freelance. And next to it, I did coaching before. Like I coach people about investments
Yes.
because I'm investing in Web3.
Okay.
And I want now to inspire people as well to achieve their goals. So through my podcast, through other projects. So that's what I do, mainly in Dubai.
Amazing. So which one is your biggest money earner?
Oh, it's
Fashion.
fashion. Yeah. Yeah.
The Web3, I think it's the future, but you need traffic, right?
Yeah,
so you can have your own
exactly.
world and it looks amazing, but if nobody's walking in it, there's no money in it, right?
Yeah, true.
So a lot of people out there have taken money off investors, but they got no traffic. And all the investors are losing money. Am I correct? So, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's true. It's totally true.
So
Yeah.
I think if, my humble opinion, if Meta comes with their own Web3, nobody's got a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Because their footfall is so high, the traffic is so high. Why would I want to go on this person's Web3 when everyone's on Meta, right? I love investing in AI.
Yeah.
I think if you can come to me and say, this is an AI company that's got this, I'll invest.
Yeah.
Web3 is, I think, is high risk because everybody needs that traffic.
Exactly.
With AI, I think it's unbelievable. Yesterday, I was talking to a company whereby they're making outbound sales calls by AI.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I didn't know
knew
that. They're having in any language, and they're having conversation with the person on the phone. That's amazing. All these
it's
call
amazing.
centers are gone.
Yeah. So AI now it's the future, I think. too.
Yes.
Yeah. You need to learn skills about that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I have a question for you.
Sure.
What do you think stops most people from achieving their goals nowadays?
Fear. Fear of, would I look silly? What would people think? Fear of focusing on scarcity, that if this goes wrong, it's going to be catastrophe. Worrying, because worrying, whatever happens, you worry about. It's never as bad as it's going to.
Yeah.
What you worry about is worse than what could ever be, right? Because the reality is never as bad as your worries. It's mainly what other people will think. What would my wife say? What would my husband say? What would my friends say? What would my parents say? and be fearless.
Yeah.
Fearless. And end of the day, not everybody who's in your family group really necessarily wants the best for you. So I'll give you an example. Lots of fathers or mothers, they love their kids, but they don't want them to hurt. They don't want pain in their lives, in their children's lives. So they advise them to avoid pain.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
But then there's risk involved with business, and there's going to be downfalls. People are going to take advantage of you, right? So if you say, okay, it comes with it, that's part of your growth.
Yeah.
But what most parents do, because they love their kids so much, don't do it. Because they made the mistake themselves and they want to avoid the pain. So they stop the growth of the kids.
Yeah, that's
right?
so true.
So listen to everyone and then make up your own mind.
Yeah.
Okay? And just because they're saying it from a point of love doesn't mean they love you. That's why everybody says, go into education, get your degree. And my son, my oldest son is 30 now, he was at a position whether should go to university or not. And I kept asking people who said he should. And what they would say is, I said, why should he go to university? Do you know what the most common thing was? Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. And I thought, just in case what? I'm teaching my kids, there's no just in case, just make it happen.
Yeah.
And my son said, Dad, I want to go to university in my Ferrari as and when I want to. I don't want to go to university, scrape by, listen to lecturers who have no money, teaching me how to live life.
Definitely.
I'll go into the real world, I'll have a Ferrari, and when I go to university, I'll drive in my Ferrari to university.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happened. He has a convertible Ferrari.
Really?
He's 30 years old, and he can go and learn and do anything he wants as and when he wishes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My God.
But then I had to argue with people who said, no, he should go to university just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Why are you putting doubt in their heads? There's no just in case. Make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
If you surround yourself with losers, they're all going to say, don't do it. You're going to surround yourself with winners and entrepreneurs, say, go for it. It's your peer group.
Yeah.
Period. It's your peer group. And you know what? Most of your friends don't want to see you succeed. They don't.
Yeah.
Why? Because it highlights their own fears. It highlights the fact that they don't have the guts to take risks. Mm-hmm. Yes? So if you do well, it highlights the fact that they're not very good at achieving their goals.
Yeah.
So what they want you to do to be on their level. And suddenly they got acceptance in the society.
Yeah.
Right?
Because mediocrity in society, it's
everything. You're accepted. Mediocrity. I was thinking, I said this weekend, what's the biggest enemy of greatness? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Being good is the biggest enemy of greatness. Because everybody's happy being good. Do you know what's the biggest reason people leave each other's husbands and wives? And they can't understand why my wife left me or my husband left me. I was so good. Nothing was wrong. I didn't do anything. I was just so good. Yes? But good is not good enough anymore. Wives leave their husbands because they were just good. Wives looking for outstanding. Husbands are looking for outstanding. So how are you going to make sure that your marriage is outstanding? How are you going to make sure your life is outstanding?
Yeah.
Right? But being outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think, how can we build like discipline and consistency? Because you have a lot of discipline, I can feel that.
Yes and no. I don't have discipline in fitness anymore. I used to love fitness. But with age, your knee starts hurting, your ankles start hurting. And I find reasons not to go to the gym. And it's showing, it's beginning to show.
Yeah.
I'm not burning fat like I used to and stuff like that. So my days ahead of me, however I look at it, I have shorter days in front of me than I had behind me. So my days are numbered.
Okay.
And because as you get older, you realize time is everything.
Yeah.
When you're young like yourself, like life seems to last forever.
Yeah.
I look at human beings and I think, you're like walking zombies, right?
Yeah.
You think you're not going to die.
Yeah.
But that day is going to come. Just make it fucking amazing. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Just make it amazing. Just make it fucking amazing. Because for the first time in the human race, we have abundance. 200 years ago, before factories came, we had to work the farms.
Yeah.
And if the weather was bad, we won't eat. But for the first time, we can sit and order food to arrive.
Definitely.
We got abundance. We don't know how to cope with it.
Yeah.
So we become lazy. Hence, I started the Gladiator movement. Become a gladiator. Because human beings go, we still are gladiators, but our society's changed.
Yeah.
Stay as a gladiator, make it incredible. When I had nothing, what gave me discipline was I always thought, if my children was here now, would they be proud of me or would they be ashamed of me?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Yeah, and if they're proud of me, I'm doing the right thing. If they're ashamed of me, better change.
I love that.
Yeah. So I make my children, although they weren't there, my judge.
Yeah. Wow. I think that your kids have a great like father example, definitely.
I give them nothing but love.
Yeah.
And it's so heartfelt. It's not like, I love you, love you, love you. No, it's really heartfelt. Like, I devour them. From 30 to, I devour them. And thank God, they're the most beautiful children you could meet. Their cups are full. And I'll explain to you what I mean. I don't know if you're in a relationship or you've had relationships or friends who've had relationships. Often people look at relationships to fill their cup. So I would love a man who'll do, I love a woman who'll do. My children don't desire anything.
Yeah.
Because their cups are full of love.
Yeah. I
Right?
love that.
And then they will bring people in their lives who will enhance their lives, not to fill a gap. Most people, the cups are empty. So they look at Steve, his love will fill my cup. So they become needy of that. Yes? But if you can fill your own cup with love, right? You only entertain people who enhance it, not fulfill it.
Yeah.
And then when your cup is flowing with love, like mine is, I can give it. And it doesn't affect me, it doesn't empty my cup. Most coaches have no money and they're coaching others. Their lives are empty, they don't have good relationships. And they're coaching others. And the disparity, the vibration of their lives to what they're teaching is not coherent.
Yeah.
So it clashes. What do you get? When waves clash, you get a flat line. They're just dying slowly.
Yeah. How did you do to create that mindset, that positive mindset?
Because my dad died when I was 3.5. I've seen death so many times as a child. And I started counting from the age of 3.5, 4. I was like, how many days till I'm 10? How many days till I'm 20? How many days till the year 2000? How many days? I'm always counting. So I'm very aware of time. And I'm very aware of minutes and hours. And I don't waste time. I don't waste anything. It's just like a precious diamond you have, and you just got to polish it all the time and nurture it and protect it. And that's what my driving force is. Try to make every second, every minute as powerful and as giving as possible. So when you see me, I'm always in the moment. I'm like a child. I'm 58, and I'm like a child. You know, during the weekend, and I'm not stupid. I stood there, and I was the last man out the hall. They were putting the chairs up, and I was still hugging people, right? And I was giving them advice. And I know that people are leaving, and they look and go, "Oh my God!" Not that he stood on stage. 10:30 at night, he's still loving people, and they will never forget. Right? Lots of other people do events, turn the lights off they go, and cash in the money.
That's so true. Yeah.
Yes, but then I have to be the walking, talking person of my brand, right? I made the promise on stage that we will not sell anything to them. You coming here, I'm just going to love you and give. I'm going to teach you and give and inspire. And then one speaker, I didn't know, had one page saying that I have an offer for my course. And the offer is for next 50% off for the next 2 days.
Okay.
And I looked at it after I wanted to die. I was like, this goes against everything I promised. So I went on stage and I apologized to everyone. I said, I made you a promise, and this previous speaker sneaked in a page to sell.
Oh my God.
And I want to apologize to you because that's not what I promised you.
Yeah.
And I think my credibility went through the roof because I stood up and said there was a major fuck up, right?
Yeah.
And just ignore the previous offer, everything else. And then they love you more because you stand up for your words, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then that speaker has learned their lesson. And 2,000 people loved us more for saying, hey, it was a bit screwed up. I apologize. This is about giving and loving. And then there was a client that we had booths. And if you imagine, I said, hey, listen, that company has changed my life. please, during lunch break, go and talk to them. Just go and talk to them. Guess how many leads they had? Over 1,000. Over 1,000 people went over and made appointments to see them. And I didn't sell anything. Think about
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
I give so much love and trust, even the hair, that I could say, guys, go over there. 1,000 people, go and talk to them. Too many people are trying to shove things down your throat, try to sell you things.
Yeah, exactly.
Build trust.
Yeah.
Be a company of your word. Deliver on your, offer value, care, and eventually more people will buy your products than you could ever imagine.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. It's amazing because not all of the coaches will do that, like definitely. So
No, do you know what they do? They get a room, they put you in a vulnerable position, and then they sell you. And then 99% don't do anything. They buy these courses, don't do anything, but the guy doesn't care. He took $1 million that day. To me, I care. If my followers, my audience does well, I do better. Right? I want to bring that into the world. I really do. I really want to. I met 4 weeks ago, I met a billionaire, American billionaire. He was on my podcast. And he said, if it serves me, I'll do it. If it doesn't serve me, I won't do it. And it was bothering me for a couple of days. I was like, why can't I sleep? And I realized that the way I think is that, no, you have to do well, and you have to do well. That way I'll do better. Not win, lose. Win, 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 I win.
yeah.
And that's what it was. And then I thought, this is me. I really care about others. Have I had people hurt me? Yes. Have I had people cheat, steal, take out? Yes. But I still believe most people are good people.
Yeah. And I can feel that your mission, like your drive, it's more than money, much more than that. It's
But money comes.
yeah, of
Money
course.
comes, right? I'm not stupid. I'm not Gandhi. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm there to fly first class everywhere I go. I want to go best holiday. I love stupid cars, right?
Yeah.
And to have that, I have to serve people, and ultimately the money will come.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yes.
When you do something for people, money comes easily. So
Easily.
Yeah.
From everywhere. Someone said to me, if you lost everything today, how long will it take to get it? About a month. I go to a car showroom. I swear, this is truth. I go to a car showroom and I say, I want that Lamborghini. They'll give me the keys. Without paying.
really?
Yes, I do that all of the time. And I go, I want that Lamborghini. I just bought a Rolls Royce. No, I bought a Bentley convertible and a Cadillac. The value of the two came to 2 million. I walked into the showroom. I said, oh my God, I like this car and I like that one. They said, they're yours, Dariush. How would you like to pay us? And I said, over the next 7 months, 250,000 a month, whatever you want. And I walked out with the keys of the cars.
Wow.
That's trust. That people out there are giving you their million-odd dirham cars based on trust.
Yeah.
And I've earned it, yes, I've earned it. And when I'm driving this incredible Bentley convertible, spring's coming, and the weather's getting nice, I'm thinking, how lucky am I that somebody would just give me the key to the car? I could run off, I could disappear.
Yeah.
But they trust me so much. And every 6 months, after I paid the cars, I sell the car because I get bored of them. I sell the car, take the money, I invest it. Then I go to the garage, I say, I want that Ferrari.
Yeah.
I'll drive the Ferrari for 6 months. When it's paid off, I'll sell it and invest it. So I'm driving supercars all of the time, getting interest-free credit. When I pay them off, I invest it, and the investors are giving my lifestyle that most people dream of. Do you see?
Yeah.
It's just, you think it's a miracle, but it's taken 15 years of trust. Trust. Dariush delivers. I'm not there to be liked. If you like me, it's a bonus. But I'm there to be trusted, and I will deliver.
Yeah.
I will deliver. We always look for superstars, because superstars will create a market.
Yeah.
I sold $36 million of ships in 6 months in Dubai. Company called Grand World Shipping. Okay? And I don't know one end of the ship from another. I still don't know what a hull is. I don't know anything, right? I don't have to, because I went to build relationships, And when they said, do you know anything about ships? I said, I don't, but I have an engineer, draftsman. They're here, part of my team to support you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a salesman. I sell the deal, you never see me again. Right?
Okay.
And I go, thank you so much. They signed the deal. See, you could be looking for somebody who's really expert in fashion, but they have zero attitude, bad attitude. Yes, they're full of skill, but they're not motivated.
Okay, so no.
See, if you find somebody with all the skills and a great attitude, you know what they're going to do? Become your competition.
Interesting.
It's everybody's got the skills that you have. Why do they want to work for you?
You're so right. Yeah.
So you're just creating competition.
Yeah.
Right? Hire people who are hungry. I love hiring single moms. You know why? Because they have somebody else to feed than themselves.
That's so true, yeah.
They wake up in the morning, they want to look after that child or children. Right? They're driven and they will learn.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I learned so much things today.
You're welcome. I'll charge you later.
Yeah. So
just remember me when you're rich and famous.
Of course.
Yeah, just invite me to a catwalk.
Of course, definitely. How do you do to stay humble with all these achievements?
Who the hell are we, really?
Yeah.
You know, who the hell are we? No, we're nothings. We're nobodies. At rest is ego. Use your ego to give you confidence. Because nobody invests in a desperate person. Nobody invests in a person who's lost.
Yeah.
Okay? Have that confidence, but don't be arrogant. Who am I, really? You know, and I think this is a conversation I had earlier in the basement before coming here. Person was like, somebody who wants to make friends with you, but there thinks there's unhealed wounds between you and them. I said, you know, I've gone for dinner with this person 3 times, and every single time they left me with the bill.
Okay? They do.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So instead of going, okay, let's not have wounds, I just said, you left me with the bill 3 times, and that shows you the character. I just don't want to do business with you. Yeah. Because it'll always be you win, I lose. Right? So if that's a sign of things to come, I'd rather not do business with you. If that's a wound, okay, let it be. But to me, I'm very clear with my boundaries. I'm very sensitive. Most people will feel it. Oh, well, you know, I gets me the bill all the time. Oh, let's see how it goes. I need them. Right? My boundaries are too clear and too sensitive to do business with anybody if I need them. I just say no, even if I need them. Do you know what's happened? Whenever I meet people who underestimate me or ignore me, it's the biggest motivation of my life.
Why?
Because I'm thinking, fuck you. Okay. Fuck you. You are going to come begging. You're going to come begging. I'm here to make something in this world, right? You underestimate me, I'll do better than you. A year and a half ago, I went to a Mind Valley. Have you heard of Mind Valley?
Yeah, of course.
I went to their event in Dubai.
Yeah.
And somebody said, you know, you can speak on their venue. You're a really good speaker. And you need to speak to a guy called Vishen. So I thought, oh my God, the universe brought this Mind Valley event in a month in Dubai. And I'll buy a VVIP ticket and I'll sit next to him. And I'll have a chat, see if he'll have me on his platform. I sat in the front and I was looking, I'm like, they're all coaches, they've all got certificates, nobody's earning any money. And they listen to other coaches and selling them things, and they're all very nice and very motivational, but it didn't resonate with me. It was lots of people going through their keynote. They'd done this 1,000 times, they were speaking from the head and perfect hand movements. And I turned out to the people next to me, I said, you know, I can do better than this. I can do better than this. And then I turned around and so here's that guy's vision. And I got up to see him and there was like 30 people around him. And I thought, I'm not going to go over and kiss his ass. Yes, just to sit on his platform. One day he'll come to me. A year and a half later, on Sunday, he spoke on my stage. And people came to me and said, this is the best event I've ever seen in my life. He messages me in 30 odd years of events, I've never seen anything like it. He's taking me out for dinner on Monday.
Wow.
How does that work out?
Yeah.
And I never made an outbound call. I never phoned him up and said, come to me. He came to me. And the two people I spoke to next to me saying, I'm going to have an event, guess what they were doing last weekend? They were speaking on my stage. How does that
I love
work
that.
out?
Life is funny.
You make it happen.
Yeah.
You just make it happen. Believe in miracles, it'll happen.
Yeah.
But take action.
Of course. What's your vision with a Gladiator Mastery program now?
Really good point. I have a very successful podcast with 1 million subscribers. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to give people like you, if you're interested, to interview a lot of my guests. So I'm going to give young people my platform to interview great people. And because I've got momentum, they're all jumping all over themselves, saying, I was interviewing Wim Hof last week, Grant Cardone. These are world-renowned individuals who want to speak on my platform. And I said, no, I don't want to speak to you. I do want to speak to you, but let this young person interview you because it gives them great experience. And I have 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. So help young people to do amazing things because I never had the help. That's one with my podcast. I don't want to do keynotes. I'm doing, last week I did a keynote in front of Sheikh of Ras Al Khaimah, the ruler, His Highness. He was crying, listening to me. And he came over through the crowd, came over to me and said, I hope your health's better. Took my book, shook my hand, and his assistant said he wants to meet you next week. How does that happen? I come here, nobody knows me, and His Highness wants to meet me. So I probably won't do any more keynotes, but what I would do, every 2 months, I'll go to a summit that my brand has created in South Africa, in Cape Town, in Sydney, in New York. And I want to inspire millions of people around the world that authenticity, we are good enough. We are good enough. And anything's possible. And not through, I've seen these programs called The Apprentice and all this.
No, I never
there's
heard
big
about
programs. And you have to, a bunch of apprentices come to Donald Trump and he has to choose who he's going to hire. So in this process of many weeks, they're all backstabbing each other. I want to show that you don't have to do that, right? You don't have to have a gift. You don't have to have a six-pack. You don't have to be the strongest, the best looking. You can be Mr. and Mrs. Average, but as long as you do good and you take action, you will win in life. That's what I want to do around the world. Because it hurts me to think like Africa is the richest continent in the world, but the poorest.
Yeah. I was thinking about it yesterday. And
Venezuela has the highest reserves of oil on the planet, and it's the poorest country. There's so much injustice around the world. Right now, as we hear, children are being bombed and killed.
yeah.
And it's nothing to do with them. It's not their fault, right? I want to bring more love and peace in the world. And I think it starts from one person. And that's what I want.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with me.
You're welcome.
I really enjoyed that conversation. I had a great connection with you. So
Thank you. And you. I feel it. And I honor you. Really do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here with me today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yes, me too. I see you very soon for the next episode and I wish you a very good day. Bye bye.